Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope you're doing well. Whew. We're on the other side of the full moon, of that fixed Grand Cross, of Lion's Gate, of all of it. So we're in the clear for a little bit, though that will change next week and into September. So let me go ahead and pick a card from Cosmic Journey. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. Those who are returning, much love and appreciation as always. And please do, feel free to like, to share if you feel called to do so. That helps me get the word out, right? I can reach more people, and the more the merrier. That's how you can help me pay it forward. Ooh, card 30, trust and act accordingly. Card number 1, 3, 2, 1, jump. There's a leap of faith right there for you. And how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? Interesting. Card 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So you're getting a message here with the win-win-win. I feel like the 6 of Wands energy coming in with this card, that it's about some form of reconciliation, and the way that you get it is by making peace, by extending the olive branch, by laying down arms, so to speak, verbal or otherwise. And so I'm feeling like there's something here where you've got to trust yourself a little bit more in this situation, and also trust what's playing out in the cosmos. Trust the universe. I love the eye there. I feel as if you're being called to and seeing with love. Look at the little heart there in the eye. So there's something you're going to need to take a leap of faith on, but you're going to have to trust yourself and trust the other party as well, and seek a win-win outcome. There you have it. I like that. That feels good. So let's see what's going on in your connection. You can be here as a cross watcher. That's fine. As always, it is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. Take what speaks to you, leave the rest. But also know that you can flip the energy around. If I pull all the cards and it sounds like I'm not talking about you, I could be talking about your divine counterpart, especially if you're here as a cross watcher. Okay, 10 of Cups. Nice. Now what's crossing that? Ace of Wands. That's interesting. 6 of Swords. 3 of Wands. The Sun. 9 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Knight of Swords. Magician. King of Swords. Okay. So this is exactly what this reading is about. Underneath the overall energy here is the 5 of Wands. So there is a conflict. You may be at odds with someone, or there may be some kind of interference in the smooth flow of this connection. I do read about relationships. Somebody asked that in the comments, so I thought I would reiterate that that's what I'm here to do. But in the morning musing, which I've also been asked about, on my channel homepage, next to the subscribe button, there's a join button. If you click it, you can read about the channel membership. So each morning, as has always been my custom, I pull some cards. I call it a morning musing. It's like I'm just sort of peeking in the window, peeking in the door of what energies am I going to be dealing with Taurus for today. So I decided to make that available to channel members. It's very reasonable, so you can check that out. But what happens is then I kind of fill in the blanks when I come here to do the full spread. I already have tapped into your energy. I already have an idea of what's kind of happening, just a little idea. And then I come here to sort of, like I said, suss it out in more detail. So this was a major player in the outcome position this morning, was the King of Swords. Now it's coming out in the same place. And it did turn out to be the energy of a person who, you may be dealing with, who's not very warm and fuzzy, who may be argumentative, or who may be withholding, not very approachable, maybe a hard read, someone who doesn't kind of let it be known what they're thinking in any given moment. And that's a strategy. So I do feel I see that, but because I'm also seeing certain messages that lead me to believe there may be trouble in paradise that you're trying to sort through and move through and make decisions about. That's why I bring up the morning musing. So what do we have? Present energy for you. It's all about the happiness. 10 of Cups. This would be your thoughts and feelings around, that happily ever after, the love you feel, the wanting something more emotionally sustainable and connected and blissful. Lots of happiness here. And what's crossing it is the Ace of Wands. So when you have a card crossing, what you're talking about there is where's the challenge? What's happening? And there could be like a little bit of a failure to launch here. I mean, there could be questions around, the passion, the interest, the chemistry, the attraction. It may be there for one and not there for the other. It may be all that's there. In other words, is there any emotional substance here? Are we moving in that direction? Or is it all fire all day? So we got to keep that in mind. Underneath is that 6 of Swords that was out this morning as well. And the way that it kind of came through is like you're trying to decide, can we move through this together to something better where there's more, peace of mind and balance and moving away from turbulence? Or is it time for me to move on for good? So that's kind of what I see. In the past, we had the 3 of Wands. There's something you've been anticipating, even trying to manifest to some degree, because with the 3 of Wands, we start with the 2 of Wands, which is when we are looking at the path in front of us, the paths, plural, that's a 2 of Wands, and we're considering the world of possibilities and really honing in on what we want before we move in that direction. Once we make that choice, then we're like anticipating what's coming toward us now that I've made that choice. So I'm feeling like on some level there's been some anticipation. What's crowning you here, Taurus, is the sun. Beautiful energy of the sun. This is about more happiness, but it's about feeling safe and protected in your vulnerability with someone here when I think about the 10 of Cups. And I also think about the 6 of Swords. There's a lot of peace here, a lot of harmony, a lot of emotional flow and balance, but there's this desire on your part in a conscious way for you to feel safe. 9 of Pentacles is in the near future. The 9 of Pentacles is pretty independent and autonomous. It does represent the single person in the tarot. Maybe lots of, interest coming your way, but no one that really hangs out for any length of time, and that could be part of the issue. And I see that the message from Spirit or the universe is the 7 of Wands. So we've got either some measure of resistance here, could be on your person's part, or finally asserting yourself, being clear about what you want, standing in your power and your autonomy and your independence, and feeling some measure of self-efficacy to kind of put it out there and claim what you want and kind of be firm about it. So we'll see what that 7 of Wands, it could be your energy or their energy. But in the hidden energy, the Knight of Swords, and I feel that's coming from your person. And I thought this morning that this person is getting ready to come, take a leap of faith. It was the Fool this morning, but here I'm seeing the Knight of Swords, which suggests that they're coming in with some measure of honor and integrity and honesty and truthfulness and wanting to clear the air. So I am seeing that there's something here that needs to be cleared up in this person. There could be a little temper there, so I'll know better with the clarifiers, but it's good because there's a sense of urgency about it. And that's what I think has been missing. Now, here you are in your hopes and or fears with the Magician. That was out this morning too. So I just like to let you know so that you can understand that I'm tapping into a storyline that seems to sort of come in the morning when I'm foggy and not really into the events of the day. And then as the day goes on, the energy builds and I get a more full story. That's how it works. And then we close out here with the potential going forward with this King of Swords. So let's jump in and clarify, shall we? Ooh, 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, 4 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, if you're going to have something that resembles some measure of commitment. It's going to take a little work, and there needs to be a little healing, because what's clarifying your 10 of Cups and Ace of Wands here is the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles underneath. So that 8 of Pentacles is interesting, because it's kind of saying there's a problem here and I need to focus on a creative solution to said problem. Right? Whatever this conflict is for you, that's on some level, you know, yeah, I need to kind of get real quiet my mind, get clear about it, and do this. This can be very meditative and Zen. It could be representing some very necessary healing. But you know that if you want to take this connection to the next level, Ace of Pentacles, whether, you know, it's a begin again kind of an energy, or whether it's an up leveling of your connection, it's going to take some work. And I have a feeling with this Ace of Wands that it may be a little one-sided. There may be only one of you that, you know, has sort of picked up the torch and is ready to run with it, right? 3, 2, 1, jump is one of your cards. So let's look underneath at the 6 of Swords, what's rolling around in your psyche here. Yeah, Ace of Swords, 6 of Cups, 9 of Swords. So we know you're kind of worried. Maybe a little anxious. Little anxiety is good. It's adaptive. Too much, not so much. And that's why I feel we've got this 9 of Swords, but what you really want is to kind of shut that part of your mind off, because there's something that's rolling around on a loop in your mind. You need the clarity. You're looking for the insight, some kind of truth that would set you both free. I am seeing the 6 of Cups as your soul bond, this connection, past life soulmates. And I don't think you're giving up on this. I just feel like you don't have either the truth, or you're not getting a straight answer. That's what I really want to say. It's not about truth, because I feel like this person would be honest. You're not getting a straight answer. You're kind of getting the runaround, and it's driving you a little nutty. And that is my technical term. And you really would like to get beyond this. So the 6 of Swords is coming through more as some kind of peace of mind, something a little bit less stressful, where you know, smooth sailing, in other words, in terms of how you're seeing the situation, thinking about it, perceiving it. But it would be really helpful if you could have that instant lightning bolt of clarity come in, and maybe some straight talk. Yeah. In the past, 3 of Wands. Wow. So you've been waiting to get over, this is the past, so you've been waiting to overcome a pretty powerful challenge. This morning it was the 10 of Swords, so I know this tower likely brought in a very painful ending. You might not have gotten a lot of emotional clarity around it, so I feel there was a lot of upheaval here. And what you're kind of calling into yourself, or what you have been calling into yourself, is the Strength card, is that energy of, well, you know, we can fix it, we can sort it out, we can fix it. 8 of Pentacles, we can sort it out, we can get beyond this. But you know, you need both parties invested in that in order for that to kind of materialize. So that's where you've come from here, is this, like, when am I going to have this opportunity for the two of us to help each other? The Strength card, notice they are a team. These two are a team, and the infinity symbol above her head, they are bonded across time and space. It's a really beautiful card of support. The Sun, there's that 7 of Wands. Yeah, if you want happiness, you're going to have to kind of take a stand for it. Maybe even fight for a little bit. We have the Sun, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and here is the 8 of Wands. So I kind of feel you're aware that some communication has to happen. This person has to open up, has to be, you know, shoot straight with you. I feel like you've planted seeds of intention for that. You're kind of waiting for the right time of it, like for it to kind of happen organically or naturally to some degree. I'm still thinking that 7 of Wands is your energy. I could be off. It could be their resistance, and that you're waiting them out. But because you're so focused on your happiness here, and I'm seeing that also in the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it's like I'm ready to go, but I'm not getting the any kind of straight response from my person. Whew. I know. I'm like, big sigh. So let's look at the Nine of Pentacles in the near future. I was just going to say up here, and I stopped myself. You might have even watched me or noticed that I hesitated. I was going to say it could be their resistance, or there could be like they're not cooperative. And then I got the cooperation card. So I wasn't seeing that Three of Pentacles, and I, really wanted to see it before I said that they weren't cooperative. Yeah, you are torn here. Like 3, 2, 1, jump. Or like, is this going nowhere fast? I have a feeling like you're going to be in that position where you're going to feel a little torn. You really want this person's buy-in. You really want their cooperation. You're going to have to assess the risk. And that's what that Two of Pentacles is doing. It's saying kind of assess realities on the ground before you 3, 2, 1 jump. You are being called to trust and act accordingly, though, and to seek a wonderful win-win-win. But I'm feeling like it's going to be a difficult decision to make because you really don't know what you're dealing with. And that leaves all the risk on your side. Does that make sense? So I'm feeling like you're going to have to either take a stand for what you want and just kind of face it head on. Seven of Wands feels very solar plexus energy, where we really take a stand for ourselves. You may feel called to do that. Let's see what Spirit says. Seven of Wands. Yes. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to assert yourself. This is your message. It's guidance. It's advice from Spirit of the Universe, your higher self, whatever you prefer to call it. Do we have a future or not? If you want a future, you're going to have to kind of step forward. You have all the tools you need at your disposal, but it kind of seems like it's do or die. Boom. Are we done? Is it over? Because remember, I saw this morning, and we have the Tower here in the past, so something has already happened. So if that's not your storyline, this may not be your reading, but something has already happened that's pretty dramatic, that was pretty definitive, and you're trying to determine, like, is there an opportunity to kind of begin again, or to up level, or to work it out? Eight of Pentacles, or are we just done? So Spirit's telling you, you do have powers of manifestation here. So call that up from your unconscious awareness to your conscious awareness. I say I think you are because it's in your hopes and or fears, but just trust yourself that no matter what the outcome, that's the thing. Release your attachment to the outcome. What is important is how you see yourself in terms of what you know you need from another human being in an intimate connection. Right? You need to feel safe and protected in your vulnerability. The Sun. You need to feel a sense of happiness and longing and belonging. 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups. You need to know that they're willing to work things out with you. 8 of Pentacles. You need to know that they, that they're cooperative. 3 of Pentacles. But what's on the other side of that? If they are, yay, full steam ahead. If they aren't, that's why I'm saying it's kind of like the do or die moment. And you have to sort of take a stand no matter how it turns out. Knight of Swords in the hidden energy. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel this person knows what you are to each other. 4 of Wands. That's underneath. I feel they want to clear the air. And this may be shared energy because we have the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. This is some very difficult energy, whether it's a sense of betrayal or deceit or self-deception and sabotage. Those two cards together are never good. under any circumstances. This Seven of Swords could be representing this person's avoidance. The Five of Swords could be your sense of defeat, feeling played, not knowing this person's intentions, not trusting their intentions. And here they are, though, wanting to come in and clear the air. Now, like I said, that could be shared energy. This could be you coming through like you're not even aware that what you really want is to clear the air of all this unresolved, unsettled, emotionally overwhelming energy coming from something that you perceive as some form of a betrayal. Whether you were intentionally set up, or this person just by virtue of their avoidance or them not being straight with you. And, you know, sometimes it's just that Seven of Swords can just be about, you know, even, you've heard the saying, lying by omission of fact. So they don't straight up lie, but they don't say the thing that they should say that would help you see the truth more clearly and that would set you free. So, you know, one way or the other. Let me be clear about that. But I feel like there's something that needs to be cleared up here between the twins, twin flame soulmate coming through in a number of ways. But I feel as if there's some shared energy about wanting to clear the air, and you may be up against this person who sort of self-sabotages by way of avoidance. In your hopes and fears, the Magician, there's the Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, almost all the same cards as this morning. So, yeah, you're trying to get an answer here. You've got a decision to make. I know you'd like to manifest this person in 3D to be as invested, as reciprocal in the connection as you are, but you're not clear if that's what you're dealing with. On some level, in your hopes, you're hoping that, you know, in divine time and order, everything will work in your favor. But yeah, right now you can't see your way clear. I feel like you're trying to get some clarity around it. Lots of clarity cards coming in. Or a search for clarity, I should say. You're trying to manifest that Six of Pentacles. Someone who will be as generous and giving as you are with them. Who's as invested in the connection here in 3D as you are. Yeah. Who's gracious and generous with their time, effort, energy, resources, showing up for you. You get where I'm going. King of Swords with the... Okay, so... Well, there's that Knight of Swords again. Ah! Here's the Knight of Swords underneath. So now I'm making a connection. The King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, right? This is their energy. Still could be a little bit of shared energy in the hidden, but I feel it's mostly coming from your person. They're moving super slowly. This is good. Because to me, it's about intention. The Knight of Pentacles, unlike the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles begins with the end in mind. They have a plan. So they may move forward slowly, and they're crossing all their T's and dotting all their I's, but you know, they're not in a rush or a hurry because they kind of want to get it right. So there is an offer here. It will be tangible. It will be something that you can like kind of look at and say, oh, so whether it's, you know, an offer to be more present in the connection or to get together more often, whatever it is, you'll recognize that as, oh, that's the Knight of Pentacles. It took a while, but now there it is. So I do feel like the opportunity here is this person coming towards you very intentionally and deliberately. But on some level, what needs to be cleared up here is this Five of Pentacles. And underneath is the Knight of Swords. So we've got the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. We're missing the Five of Cups. So let's talk about the Five of Cups, because the one that's missing is the one that holds the clue, the key to the whole thing. The Five of Cups is about regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, grief, sadness, loss, all attached to the past. So I've already told you something has happened in this connection. And this person is not sure how they will be received. There's some measure of instability here or uncertainty upon the ground upon which they stand, right? Where do they stand with you? Are they in or are they out? This can be about ghosting. If you have shut this person down, or if there was, a big blowout and you blocked somebody, that Five of Pentacles can be that energy. They could have done it to you. So whatever it is, they want to come in and they do want to clear it up, but they're moving super, super slowly. The Five of Pentacles to me always speaks to value, how you feel valued or devalued in a situation. Your own sense of worth and value. So there is either this person is struggling with that themselves, or they know they have to clear up your perception of how they handled a situation. Okay? So that's what we've got. I know it's going long, but let me tell you all the energies that came through. We have Strength card is Leo. The Tower is Aries. More Leo in the Sun. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo. Fool is Aquarius. The Magician is out twice. That's Virgo and Gemini. The Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. King of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what I'm going to do in the extended, and there is a link in the description box below, is I'm going to now take it from your person's perspective. We're going to call on this King of Swords. How do they show up in the reading? What's their perspective on everything that happens? Let's look at it from their viewpoint. How do they see you or think about you or feel about you? What are their intentions toward you going forward? We'll get another card from Spirit of the Universe for some guidance and advice on all of that comes through. And I'll close out with some additional oracle. So very comprehensive extendeds. The link to that is below. I look forward to seeing you there or in a future reading. Bye for now.